Hello all dinosaurs and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we have plenty of new Jurassic World figures. We have the Cretaceous Carnotaurus Toro, we have the Super Colossal Indominus Rex, we have the Siats Meekorum right here, we have the Irritator right over there to unbox. Super excited, let's get right into it. I just can't, oops, there goes the Control and Conquer Carnotaurus. We are going to get it later on. Okay, but first let's take a look at this brand new Irritator. We're not going to do a very in-depth detail today, but we are just going to release it from its box. Irritator, yes, Sound Strike Irritator. I just got this recently. I'm so happy with this. Oh my goodness, take a look at this. All right, wow, it actually comes with different rods. Are you able to actually rotate, open the jaw? I'm not too sure. Let's see, let's take a look. Okay, so you actually have to open it on your own. That's super awesome. Take a look at this code right over here. You can actually scan this to review the facts in the Jurassic World Facts app. Irritator, it is actually a very close relative to the Spinosaurus, and this was the recent Carnotaurus Toro from Camp Cretaceous. Super awesome. If you take a look at that Control and Conquer Carnotaurus over there, they are actually very similar. Okay, it has a very nice and cool scar across the snout, which looks really cool to me. Okay, so this button actually triggers the jaw and the sound. Alright, next up, let's take a look at this Stegosaurus. This is one and only Stegosaurus I got from eBay. This was actually a custom paint Stegosaurus. It's actually a dual attack Stegosaurus. The head is actually not working very well because of the paint, but just take a look at this paint scheme. It is amazing. Okay, let's move on. Next, let's take a look at this. I'm not too sure how to even pronounce this. It should be Siats Meekorum or Siats Meekorum, but just take a look at this brilliant sculpt. Alright, we need to release it from its cage, its box. Okay, let's release this. We're just cutting this loose. There you go. I'm not too sure whether, there's still one more little knot right here to release. Be careful not to cut the legs. Oops, there you go. Finally released. This actually has no sound, so this is actually not a sound strike. Okay, but take a look at this beautiful rubbery spikes. It looks so amazing. Wow, so you can actually rotate the tail. And if you press this button right over here, it actually triggers the jaw. You can move the arms, definitely the feet. You can actually rotate the feet. Alright. Of course, you can move the legs. Oh, okay. There's actually some structure going on right over here. It's pretty cool. Alright. As you can see, the neck actually, the legs actually snap to a certain angle. That's nice. So if you take a look at this, this is the code for you guys to actually scan. Alright. Yep. So there you go, the Siats Meekorum. I'm gonna do a proper review of this some other time. Next up, let's take a look at this recent Danosaurus Sound Strike. Pretty amazing. The roars are actually very loud. Alright. Okay, so you can actually rotate the tail and the neck will just rotate. Yeah, pretty cool. You can actually turn this part of the head. Alright, so if you guys want to scan, you can actually scan this code right over here. Okay, let's move on. Let's open this up. I'm not too sure whether this box will be easily opened. This is actually a small version of the basic figure. Looks pretty cool. This is the Indominus Rex, of course. We have the huge Indominus Rex right at the back. So let's try to open this box. Okay, let's get it out. Easily done. can actually see the background of this box right over here, the beautiful volcanic red background. Oops, my camera actually got cut off because of my alarm that I've set. Alright, so this is the mini Indominus Rex. Let's take a close look at this. You can actually move the tiny little arms. The head, there's actually no articulation. The legs can be moved as well. You can actually rotate the tail. It looks very good for a minifigure. Too bad it doesn't have any movement in the jaw, otherwise that would be really cool. Next, let's take a look at this new, what do you call this? This is Epic Roarin Tyrannosaurus Rex, and if you take a look at this jaw, it will actually vibrate when you trigger the tail. Okay, let's take a look at this. Are you guys able to see it? It will actually vibrate and move in a very ferocious manner. Super awesome. Okay, of course you can twist and turn the tail, and the neck will actually just move along. But once you press this button, the jaw will actually opens up and the head will just shake on its own. It's very, very cool. And even the tongue is slightly moving. So let's take another look at this. Super awesome. I think this is like one of the best Tyrannosaurus Rex figures ever produced. Okay, next, how about let's take a look at the Super Colossal Indominus Rex. Maybe not, maybe let's take a look at one of these boxes right over here. This is actually a green version. Yep, the green T-Rex, a mini green T-Rex, a mini legacy. Is this a legacy? Yeah, legacy collection green T-Rex, a mini version of it. So it looks pretty cute right over here. Too bad it doesn't have any articulation on the jaw, otherwise that would be really nice. Okay, let's move on. Let's take a look at some of the older figures. Okay, we have a an Ankylosaurus right over here, a Rorivore. Yeah, so you can actually compare the roars with the Sound Strike. I mean, the later figures definitely have much more improved roars. This was from the Wave 2, I think. A Baryonyx, Rorivore. Super cool. I'm actually a huge fan of the Baryonyx. And Baryonyx and Irritator, they are actually from the same family, okay? They are actually from the Spinosauridae family. So they're like close relatives to the Spinosaurus. As you guys can see, the jaw, they are very crocodilian-like, which means they are actually look slightly like a crocodile, right? Long, slender snout. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so I'm gonna take the Super Colossal T-Rex. Super Colossal T-Rex, I beg your pardon, the Super Colossal Indominus Rex. I got this recently and I unboxed it, and you guys really love the video. So basically you can just insert plenty of minifigures into this Super Colossal Indominus Rex. And if you take a look at this, there's actually an opening right here for you to retrieve. Wow, it's super hard to open from my angle right over here. Wow, it's super difficult. Yep, the Super Colossal Indominus Rex is actually very, very huge and heavy. Yep. Okay, I've actually used a box of face mask to actually provide some leverage for the Indominus Rex. Yep, so hope you guys are actually staying safe at home. And there's a bottle of hand sanitizer, so make sure you stay safe, you know, wear your mask and sanitize your hands, okay? Alright, so let's take a look at other older figures. We have Allosaurus right over here. Still working really well, the sounds. We have a Baryonyx. This is from the Baryonyx Escape playset. Looks really good. There's some red battle scars which are very similar to Carnotaurus Toro. Alright, we also have a Pseudoceratops Dual Attack. Okay, and Colosaurus, the fused lizard. Alright, it has a very good shield. Yep, this is a Rorivore. Oops, looks like the sounds is no longer working, but that's fine. Another Baryonyx. Baryonyx is actually known as the Heavy Claw. So this is from the Lava Search playset. So you guys can see this portion, the snout. The top of the snout actually has a different color. Next up, we have a Concavenator. Dual Attack Concavenator. 2 actions. Alright. This little protrusion is very interesting. Allosaurus, right over here. Also a dual attack, and this is actually from the Battle at Big Rock series. Yep, this is actually it's actually part of a 2-figure set. Another older figure, which is the first wave of the Rorivore. Sounds are still working pretty well. If you guys do not know, the next Jurassic World the next Jurassic World movie will be shown next year. I can't wait for it. It is known as the Jurassic World Dominion, of course. And after that, there will be new action figures released, and we just can't wait to see them. Ceratosaurus, second wave Rorivore. Ceratosaurus is known as the horn lizard because of this very significant horn right in front. Next up, let's try to open this up, okay? We have a mini blue, so let's open this up together. You can actually open this pretty easily. I got this from AliExpress, not from Amazon. I couldn't find this on Amazon. So minifigure is actually like a I'm not too sure. This is just like a mini version of the basic figures, blue, of course. In terms of details, it is definitely not as detailed as the figures which you are seeing right over here. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn this around so that I'm be able to reach. Oops, sorry T-Rex. All right, let's take a look at what else we've got inside this box. Okay, yet another Baryonyx, and this is actually from Wave 1. And among all the Baryonyx that I have, this is definitely my most favorite one because I love this shiny scales on top of his snout, which reminds me of a fish. Yeah, you know, like the scales of a fish, they're shiny and glossy. Yeah, so this is very lifelike to me. Love this so much. Yep. And I think you guys have been wanting me to do like a proper review of the Siats Meekorum. I'll be probably doing this review maybe in another video, but if you take a look at this figure, it is absolutely amazing. Plenty of scaling over here, different scaling across the body. The paint is just amazing. Let's have a closer look at, you know, these 2 new figures and the Irritator together later on, okay? So this is from Wave 1 as well, Ceratosaurus. You know, the roars are no longer working, but sometimes when you press it a couple of times, it actually regains its sounds again. But you know, sometimes it doesn't work. This is Dual Attack Suchomimus. All right, Suchomimus is yet another dinosaur which is very closely related to the Irritator. So probably we can do like a Spinosaurus, Irritator, Suchomimus, Baryonyx collection video. That would be really nice. What about, I mean, what do you guys think? Please let me know over on like Instagram or Facebook, and make sure you follow me on those 2 platforms, okay? And right over here we have the Sakusukas. This is a brilliant figure. I love this so much. So cool. Yep, as you guys can see, you are able to move the neck by just rotating the tail. Love this. Yep, I think going through all these older figures, actually it's kind of nostalgic for me. I mean, they're not exactly that old. It's just a last year then, come on. Action Attack Carnotaurus. Very good looking figure. In fact, this was like the best figure last year. Next up, we have the Suchomimus Action Attack. So basically, it's slightly different with the Dual Attack. Dual Attack has 2 buttons. We have the Cryolophosaurus Sound Strike, and once again, all the roars sound very similar to me. I guess they're just reusing the roars. So for this, you can't really rotate the tail. You can just move it up and down like this. Okay. And there's no button to actually activate the jaw. So you can actually manually open the jaw on your own like this. But it's kind of tough to actually move it. You can move the arms. The legs can be moved as well. Yeah. I can't wait to actually move into my new place where I will just display every single Jurassic World figures. Yep, I'm moving to a new place soon, and there will be a section where I'm dedicating to all these Jurassic World figures. This is the Sound Strike Triceratops. You know, once again, you rotate the tail, the neck will move along as well. The colors is good for sure. Triceratops. Okay, this is the Dual Attack, so there's actually no sounds to this. Over here we have a Plesiosaurus. This is actually very rare, yeah. But I've managed to find this in my local Toys R Us. Yes, I'm staying in Singapore, so I've managed to find one of this in my local Toys R Us previously, like a couple of months back. And this is the Dual Attack Parasaurolophus. I think there's a new paint scheme for the Camp Cretaceous series. It has a very nice pink stripe across the body. I've seen some other YouTubers reviewing this. Yep. Next up we have what is this? Dual Attack again, I think, but with a different paint scheme. This time it's like a light gray. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the Ceratopsians figures from Mattel. I love the carnivores. I love the theropods. And what is this? Oops. Is this? I can't really remember. This should be Metriacanthosaurus, if I'm not wrong. First wave, Rorivore. I think there's another one which is red in color. Yep. So that's all. So now let's return and take a look at this beautiful Sound Strike Irritator once again. Alright. Very nice. Love it. Too bad there isn't a button on the tail to actually activate the jaw, otherwise that would be really nice as well. So this portion right here is made of slightly softer materials compared to the body. And as you guys can see, you can actually move the legs sideways, move them up and down, the arms as well. If you take a look at the claws, it looks brilliant, but too bad there isn't any paint on the toe claws and the claws on the hands, otherwise it will look even better. But overall, this is a brilliant figure for sure. Yep, so that's all I have for you guys today, and I'm just gonna pick my top 3 most favorite figures from this box. This is definitely one of them. I'm gonna be slightly biased, and I'm gonna give it to the Siats Meekorum. Not too sure how you pronounce it, but it should be pronounced as Siats Meekorum. just making a guess. And this is the Stegosaurus. Yep, so these are my top 3 most favorite figures from this box. Alright, you know, that hand sanitizer wasn't put there on purpose, alright? It was actually trying to elevate the Indominus Rex to take a better photo, and I used a box of masks. You know, this is actually for kids. Alright, so hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you really soon in the next video, probably on Wednesday. Okay, I'm expecting to receive some new figures, so I'll see you guys really soon. Goodbye.